How to select the correct shade of foundation for Indian skin tones. Say hi to your friend color wheel in this journey. Notice the color wheel with the lightest whitish shades at the center. As we move away towards the outer boundary of the color wheel, the color deepens. So these are different shades of the same color. Color wheel is divided into cool and warm. I wondered, why are they called cool and warm? That's the kind of person I am in life. I always wonder why. So to understand that, let's look at these paintings with only cool color palette. And now a painting with only warm palette. If I keep looking at them for about 5 seconds, I start to feel a little warm or cool. And that's when I understood the why they're called cool and warm. It's because in terms of temperature, it's in terms of what those colors make you feel when you look at them. Did you feel the difference in temperatures when you looked at them? Tell me in the comments below. Now let's apply this to foundation shades. Let's put a cool undertone and warm undertone on either sides of our faces. These are the two shades. One is cool, one is warm. This is Lakme CC Cream in beige. This is Lakme CC Cream in the shade bronze. Both are yellow undertoned and both are for my complexion. Now I'm blending bronze. Can you make out the difference in temperature as to what this side feels like? This is bronze. And what this side feels like. On the cheek area, you can clearly see the difference. How this color is looking as opposed to over here. So the beige side is almond undertone, this one. And the bronze side is a warm yellow undertone. I would say a wheat yellow. If you want to go warmer than this, then NC42 would be a good haldi yellow undertone. This is like gehu rang, wheat yellow. This one is kesariya rang. And this is badami rang. So this is a cool color. This is a warm color. And this is a very warm color. Start seeing the shades in terms of temperature to understand the undertones. I think now that we've sort of gotten an idea as to what is cool and what is warm, and that even in warm there are different variations. So now let's explore the warm undertones. This is the warm wheel of the color wheel. And look at this. From here we can learn that yellow, even though falls in warm color wheel, there is cool and warm undertones in yellow too. Just like that, there is cool and warm undertone in every color. So we're going to address all the undertones and we're going to compare it to celebrities. So first I am dividing yellow undertones because in India most of the people would fall under yellow. So yellow undertones mein, first undertone I would say would be almond undertone. We will move from lightest to deepest. Almond undertone is इंडिया में हम जिसे बादामी रंग कहते हैं. एक गाना भी है आई थिंक, पंजाबी गाना एक है, बादामी रंग ना 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 ना. अगर आप आलमंड का छिलका निकाल के उसके अंदर देखेंगे, एक क्रीमिश कलर का वाइट होता है. दैट इज कॉल्ड बादामी रंग. दीज आर माई आलमंड येलो अंडरटोन वाले फाउंडेशंस. इन तीनों में से दिस इज द एक्चुअल आलमंड अंडरटोन. ओके, दिस इज लैक्मी, दिस इज मेबेलिन सैंड सेबल. This is Swiss Beauty Concealer. So I'm swatching Maybelline Fit Me here. N54 Beige. इसमें ना थोड़ा olive भी mixed है. This is 53 Beige Bourjois Serum. तो आप देख सकते हैं ये सब बादाम रंग के undertones हैं. बादाम 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 बादाम. The second one is lemon undertones, or you can also call it butterscotch yellow undertone. It's a light warm yellow or slightly warm undertone. Here I am swatching all the lemon yellow undertone foundation and concealers that I have. Actually this color that you're seeing, true lemon yellow, MAC corrector, and this is brightener. Nude beige by LA Girl. This is lemon yellow undertone in foundation. This is like absolute straight up lemon yellow. which you will almost never find in a foundation. Medium Maybelline, and this is Tarte Shape Tape in medium sand. These are the lemon yellow concealer and foundation that I have. This is MAC Rich Yellow, beautiful concealer in a serum-y formulation, so really good for under eyes as well. I'll do a separate video on my concealer collection sometime. I also have this Kryolan Supra palette with me, the shade FS45. Even in lemon yellow undertone, this would be a warmer lemon yellow and this would be a cooler lemon yellow. And this is a color that we are supposed to mix into other colors and use. You never use a yellow like this straight up directly on the face. The third one would be Haldi yellow undertones. Generally, when anybody says that this foundation has a strong yellow undertone or it's a very warm undertone foundation or concealer, it is this undertone, the Haldi yellow undertone. The whole range I would say would be from wheat to haldi yellow. गेहूं रंग जिसे कहते हैं, मतलब इंडिया में there's दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे. काजोल्स मदर सेज इन द फर्स्ट सीन, क्या जरूरत है अपना रंग साफ करने की, हिंदुस्तान में गेहूं रंग बहुत पसंद करते हैं. These are all the wheat to haldi yellow undertone products that I have. So I'll show you one by one. This is FS28 and it's my holy grail color. It's yellow undertone, but it's a very flesh color yellow undertone. You can see it's not straight up yellow like this one. It's got a little bit of peach mixed, and that's why it's my holy grail color. Love it. LA Girl concealer in the shade Pure Beige. It's like that rich yellow undertone. This is what I call a wheat to haldi yellow, like somewhere it falls in the middle of that spectrum. And this is like a straight up haldi yellow. This is Vanilla 300 by Chambord, shade Golden by Maybelline Fit Me. Lakme foundation in the shade Shell, and this is a really beautiful wheatish yellowish undertone color. Golden, as you can see, has a little bit of peach mixed in it, which I think is really good for a concealer to have. And the fourth one would be ripened mango yellow undertone, या गेरुआ रंग जिसे कहते हैं. Ripened orange yellow tinge to the foundation, like what Susmita is wearing here. Orangish yellowish color. It's not exactly orange, it's not exactly yellow either. Gorgeous depth to it. And those are the colors that are perfect for covering your tan. And I'm gonna swatch them here, this whole set. These are my ripened mango orangey yellow undertone products. The first one is NC42 Studio Finish Concealer by MAC. This is MAC NC42 foundation. Somewhere between haldi yellow to orangish yellow. It's the perfect transition. You'll see. Can you make out? It's got a little more orange than this. Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Honey. It's got a lot of orange in it. Holy grail of mine, Chambord in the shade Enriched Honey. This is a good balance of yellow and orange. And I also have DFD by Derma. You can see it's like quite a deep orange. This and this, these two look a little similar because both of them are that गेरुआ रंग जिसके बारे में बोल रही थी, पंडू मामिड़काय रंगू. I guess there is a term, no? केसरिया रंग. There is a song also, केसरिया है रंग मारो chum chum. Okay, the fifth undertone, I'm dividing yellow undertone foundations, is olive yellow in this warm color wheel. So the place where yellow starts to fade into the green part of the color wheel would fall under olive undertone. Olive undertones are generally a little difficult to hunt down. So here are some shades that I found in olive undertone. They don't have much yellow in them, neither do they have much peach or pink. They almost have like a greenish undertone to it, and you will be able to make out if you swatch them next to each other. In सारे yellows के नाम भी हैं, वो shade card यहाँ डाल दूँगी. But the thing is, अगर हम उन्हें ऐसे items से compare करें, lemon या हल्दी या ripened mango, तो it's easy for us to correlate. This is the whole light yellow undertone here, and this is a slightly darker wheat yellow undertone, deep orangish yellow undertone. So them's the swatches, and this is for all the cool undertones, warm undertones. So we all know about fair, medium and dark shades of foundations and concealers. But what I want to explore is the whole play between undertones and shades. Anybody of any shade can be of any undertone. Take a look at what Bipasha Basu is wearing. She's a dusky beauty. She's wearing a foundation with lemon yellow undertones. It could also be a little bit of what she's wearing reflecting back onto her face. That happens, right? Whatever color we wear, it reflects. Bipasha Basu is wearing dark shade with lemon yellow undertone. Now look at Deepika. She's also in the medium spectrum. She's a little fairer than Bipasha in terms of complexion. Deepika is wearing a medium color foundation with deeper yellow undertones. So Bipasha is wearing a darker shade with lemon yellow undertones and Deepika is wearing lighter shade but with warmer yellow undertone. Gehu rang जैसे कहते हैं. She's having the perfect gehu complexion. If you were to see these three beauties in their interviews outside of these photo shoots and styling, you would be able to make out that Bipasha is slightly darker, but Deepika and Lara are in a similar area of complexion. And now look at Lara. Now Lara is wearing a dark shade foundation but with cool undertones. Okay, there's absolutely zero warmth there. There is zero pink, zero peach undertone. Look closely at her. It'll look like grayish filter on her skin, like a veil of grey. Now that is a true cool undertone. So those are the three beauties. Bipasha wearing lemon yellow undertone, Deepika wearing a darker yellow undertone like a wheat yellow, and Lara wearing a cool yellow undertone. Three of them Indian complexion, three of them in the medium complexion range. I want to show an example of olive undertone because that's an undertone that's often ignored quite a lot. You can see the difference between Chitrangda's olive undertone here and Lara's undertone. Lara's undertone is cool. You can see Chitrangda here has a greenish filter and Lara here has like a greyish filter. Olive undertone just means a slightly more greenish tinge to the foundation. Like what I'm wearing right now, this is olive color. There are shades in olive too. Like the deeper olive becomes, the more greyish or the more grunge it becomes. So olive is basically where green and yellow meet. That spectrum is olive. So the undertone temperature is what you feel, or rather that is what you see when you look at someone. The shade is supposed to just blend into the skin, become almost undetectable. Now that was about warm undertones. I hope using Bollywood celebrities as an example helped you out, and all these swatches, my arm hurts. The thing is guys, finding the right shade is like making chai. When you're making chai, you just see the color, you kind of know what it's gonna taste like. It has to be the perfect shade of chai. Your eyes are the best detector, the best shade detector. It's like putting salt. You just measure things with your eyes. It's just a feeling that comes with practice. So let's sort of practice a little bit more until we reach the right shade of chai level expertise. So when you go to the counter and the sales girls are trying to push whatever products they have onto you, irrespective to whether it's your actual shade or not, but you still buy only what suits you, your upgraded shade detector 2.0 eyes. Use what we saw on the celebrities so far and let's start guessing which shade and which undertone she is. Okay, look at this. What do you think her shade is? Pause the video right here, go in the comment section and type it out. Just see how comfortable you are getting as we go along the video in guessing the shades. To my eyes, she is medium dark with very warm undertone. MAC NC43 to me. If you got it right, congratulations. Your eyes have started to pick up on these details already. If you think you're getting value from this video, hit like right now. Coming to upgrading our eyes to detect cool undertones. This is a little more yellow, this is a little more peach, but still they're both very similar. And this is quite pink as you can see, but still it's a deeper shade so it suits my skin. This is Max Factor Golden Beige. Can you beat it? Does it look like this at all? And it looks so pink here. This is K Beauty. It's very peach. This is L'Oreal Golden Beige. Pink and yellow. This is Maybelline Fit Me Medium Moen. Very pink. This whole thing is a cool spectrum and you will know how cool it is when you bring in the warm shades next to it for comparison. Pale lemon yellow, and this is a wheat yellow undertone, and this is a ripened mango yellow undertone. So these celebrities have cool yellow undertone. If I was to guess, Cat is NC20 or FS22 in Kralon. I'll show you what FS22 is like. Looks like this. That's FS22. I've swatched that from this Kralon FS palette. Good palette, good to have. Anushka, I would say, is NC15 or Derma D4. I have D4. That's D4. Kareena is also FS22 because I can see more yellow in her skin than Anushka's. So in India, This only is cool undertone most of the times. Every color has cool and warm, and so does yellow. I have seen some girls from Uttar Pradesh and Kashmir having really cool pinkish undertone kind of skin. I wasn't able to find any Indian celebrities wearing pinkish undertone foundation. So I'm gonna use some Korean celebs. Both these girls are cool. The first one you can see is wearing a peach lipstick and a peach blush. So in comparison, she's looking slightly warmer, but the foundation she's wearing is still quite cool. And the other one is like pink foundation, like a pink undertone, really cool pinkish whitish color. This one over here, but more pink in it. And she's also wearing pink blush on her cheeks, which is making everything look more cool. That is what generally cool is like in India. Cool yellow and cool undertones with pink. I just want you guys to know universally that's not what actually cool undertones are. Cool undertones are actually blue, pink and green. See, in cool undertones, the blue, pink and green undertones are so clearly visible here because they're all pale, which in India we rarely are. These blue, pink, green undertones are not visible on Indian skin because Indian skin is generally quite rich in pigment. Even for somebody like Anushka, she's so fair in complexion and so pale, it's still rich with pigment. Now, if talking about all those undertones you think confused you, then I have a cheat sheet for you. And this is the cheat sheet. Just think of it in terms of light. If you are not able to grasp the concept of thinking of it in terms of temperature, which is how we saw until now. So in terms of light, see in terms of moonlight, and in terms of sunlight. This is what I did for many years actually. If you look at someone or if you look at your face, it feels like they're sitting under moonlight, then think of it as cool undertone. If you feel there is sunlight kind of a reflection coming through from their face, then you know that it's warm undertone. But if it feels nothing in particular but both at the same time, then it's neutral undertone. Okay, so I found something really interesting during this research. See here, how two opposite spectrum of foundation shades can have the same undertone. Left being the most fair foundation shade and right being the most darkest. Both fall under cool undertones. This also shows how just cause you're dark doesn't mean you're warm. I see some really dark women wearing very warm undertone and it looks like they've just applied haldi and come because it's not meshing into their skin. I see a lot of people doing that. Just cause they're fair, they think, you know, they're cool and they go for pinkish foundations and they're already fair. So it makes it look like they have a mask on because the undertone is all wrong. Now that we have seen what two opposite spectrum of shades look like when they're in the same undertone, let us see what different undertones on the same skin look like to get a wholesome idea of the whole play between shades and undertones. For this, I felt Deepika Padukone has a skin color that most women in India can relate to. So let's see her shade in different undertones.